Hi there. Within this video I will show you guys how I build a machine that costs like maybe $300,000 or like euros, and it would thermally modify wood, and we made it with like pennies, like literally pennies. That's like the electronics part, and I want to show you like as it is now, because we are in the making. It actually works. We tried it, but I have to reconfigure it a little bit. So if you're not in the topic, and I don't want to make like a tutorial, but the main idea is, if you heat up the wood like way above like 60-70 degrees Celsius to like 200 degrees, something like that, then the wood starts to have like superpowers, you know. You can leave it in the outside, in the rain, it won't even blink, you know. So it's kind of a new technology, and the persons who make the machines, who build the machines, ask for like the whole system, not just like the electronic part, but like the whole system, that I actually built it and it's ready, and I will show you in the upcoming videos. They ask for it like $200,000 or $300,000 in like Europe. I don't know the prices in America, but or like the rest of the world, but those are the prices. And I said, hey, I'm not paying that amount of money, because one, I don't have it, and the second one, I can do it cheaper. So in this video I will show you like that part, and the other parts are coming. So basically, let alone this part, the electronics part, it might cost you, I'm not sure about the prices, but if like a thermally modifying wood machinery costs like 200,000-300,000 euros, probably this part, and I'm making that up, but at least it should cost like $6,000-10,000, just let alone the controls. And we made it under, I'm not sure about the price, but I'm telling you, that's the computer that runs all of the calculations and runs the controls, the sensors. It was without shipping. I think, I'm not even sure about the name of it, because I'm telling you, like one of my friends, a 17-year-old kid, not even an 80-year-old kid, like 70-year-old kid, he had his birthday actually like last week, so now he's 80 years old, but he built it when he was 17, like last week. He did all of that part. So don't judge me. Judge him, it's 70 years, like it's amazing. How kids at 17 years old can do that? I'm blown away. So, okay, so that makes the calculations. It's kind of an Arduino. It's cheaper. It was like, wait a bit, like $5, something like that. Not 5, like $7. I think it's an ESP32 or PS32. That makes the calculations and check the sensors. That one. So basically we have like two big things. Like one, from here, some cables go there, and I figured out, so these cables are to the temperature sensors, you know. I'm measuring temperatures in 4 parts. So those are the cables that will go in this direction. Opa, sorry, I don't see the camera. So this one. And again, it's not like a tutorial, it's not like I'm showcasing you, oh, it's looking beautiful or you should build it. But for me, like, the accent is why I did this video, because for me it's like amazing how on earth, when somebody asks you, like the real prices, it's like $200,000-300,000, and you can build it with like pennies, like literally pennies. Like, look, does that sound like a 7,000 or like 10,000 controlling system? No, it's not. It costs like pennies. Like then, I think that was like $10. I don't know, like $1, $1. Wait a bit, that was like $8. I'm not sure about the cables. That was for free because my uncle gave me. Like $1 again. Yeah. So look again. So here, the temperature sensors, and it looks like that. It's like really easy and cheap, you know. You like come here, hoppa, I put it here, and at the ending you have like the temperature sensor that resists like 200 degrees Celsius easily. So that's it. For now I have 4 of those. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 for now. And the other part here is the interesting part. Like, look here. And I will show you the whole system, like the outside part, because you say, yeah, the electronics is cheap, but the other part, like the built-in system, like the walls and like the metal in it, it should cost like a fortune, and I will show in the upcoming video. No, it's actually not, and I'm ready with it. and it's like 99% ready. But I'm still amazed how like you can compete with the big ones, and that's why I made this video, because it's kind of a motivation, because if I can do that, you know, to start to compete with like huge companies that charge you like billions of dollars with like pennies, then you can do it in your niche, you know. So it's kind of a motivation for everybody to like look how awful something might look and how cheap it might be, and it might beat like a sophisticated system, you know. Like that's the main purpose of the video. It's not like, oh, I'm not showing you, it's not like I want to sell you something. I don't want to sell you anything. I'm actually showing you how it works, you know. Hoppa, sorry. And look, I wanted to show you, so those four are like the temperature sensors, and it continues like that, like a longer cable. And here, wait a bit, I have the ending that I will put in the inside, and that resists to like temperatures like 200 degrees Celsius, so like a lot. Yeah, and now comes the interesting part. So basically that's the only thing that I think does most of the work here. So you have the heaters, and the heater uses a few thousand watts each, let's say. Depends how big is your system, and it doesn't really matter, because if you have a bigger system you just put like more heaters, you know. I have here like 4 heaters for now. Look, 1 heater, 2 heater, 3 heater, 4, and that's like the humidity. I'm regulating the humidity, because if you're drying wood too fast, then it might dry out and it might crack, you know. And I will push in the inside like water vapors, and that's where I can modify it, like when to switch on and when to switch off. And that's the main idea. Like you have like the little ESP32 system that will help you thermally modify wood in a way that here you have like low voltage current. If you touch that, you can die. That's the only thing I know. They told me, hey, don't touch, you can touch this, but don't touch those when it's under the electricity. Because here you have like 220 volts. And that part, we start to actually turn on and off the heaters. So that little thingy give the that little thingy will give the signal here, and that part will turn off the heaters. It might be like 1000 watts, 2000 watts, it doesn't matter. It depends how big your system is, you know. And that one will put the water vapors in it, because if you try to make like a change like too fast, or like the wood will start to dry too fast, then it's a problem, you know, and you want to push water vapors. And probably I will put more sensors here. I'm just telling you it's like half complete, half not, but that's the main idea. And look, that's the security system. So it's really nice if you have like an Arduino or like you have like electronic parts, but I'm really old school, you know. I trust something that can't go broke, or it's like harder, you know. Like I embrace the future, I embrace everything AI, but I want to trust something that is proven for like maybe 100 years or like 50 years. So that thing does the following. I'm taking electricity from 2 systems, because one system here in Europe, I'm not sure how it's on your part, but here it's limited to 15 amps. So basically I'm not sure about, because I'm really not good with electricity. Let's say it's like 3000 watts, like 2500, something like that. And those can take it more. So if you want to make like, you want to use like a lot of electricity, instead of using one system like here, you have many, like let's say 3000 watts, 3000 watts, another 3000 watts, or maybe even less, a little bit. Here you have like a system that measures the temperature. Look, I have a sensor here, I'm showing you. So I'm having a sensor here, it's like an analog sensor, and I put the maximum. That's the only reason like to keep it here, because you know where's the igniting point of the wood. You want to keep it like there. Let's say it's 200 degrees, you decide you want to keep everything, the whole system in the chamber under like 200 or like 240 degrees Celsius. Then you set up this machine to like that temperature. Look, you can set up now, it will close down the system at 28 degrees Celsius. It's like a random thing. You can modify it like that, you know. And if the temperature goes higher, then it will switch down those two. See? Sorry. So that's the security system. And that was built like another guy that's like 20 something years old, and it's amazing. Sure, it's not like the nicest. Probably if we pay for the system like hundreds of thousands of euros, it will look better, but it does the job and it's quite secure. And look, that's the next phase in the thermally modifying wood ecosystem, let's say so. So what you're seeing here, so that's for the first heater, second heater, third heater, fourth heater, and that's for the water vapors. And why I need four? I need four because my thermally modifying chamber, like the wood chamber, sorry, it's not from wood, but the chamber is from metal, but thermally modifying wood is for the wood, yeah, again. So I didn't want it to put like one heater and put everything in it because reasons, like one, if you have one big heater, then the heat won't distribute. That's why I'm having like 4 temperature sensors and 4 heaters, like from start. And the second one, because those ones, oops, yeah, so the plugs, you figure it out. It's limited to 15 amps. I'm not sure here because I'm really bad with electricity, but it's around like 3000 watts. And if you use those, it's easier and maybe cheaper. Maybe it's not cheaper, but it's easier to work with like 3 or 4 those than like buying the big industrial things, because, or at least my decision was that, you know, because for me that was simple. Like you can tell that I have no idea about electricity, and I'm not even trying to like look smart here because I think I'm the worst person with electricity. Like I have no idea what's happening here, but I'm fascinated about the idea, and I just know like in the upper parts the electricity comes in, and in the lower parts there will be like the electricity going out, like here for the heaters, and there like in the fifth one, like this one, I already assembled it, that will be for the water vapors, like the machinery, and probably I will continue them. It's not like ready, I'm just showing you. And here you need to assemble like more cables, but I'm not sure how it works. Probably tomorrow or like in 2 days we'll be ready with it. And even if you're not interested about thermally modifying wood or like how to build like a wood drying system, I would highly recommend you to like watch the upcoming videos, because it's like hilarious, like how others like pay or like they are forced to pay if they have the money, like $100,000-$200,000 for something that was like, I think the guy that I asked today, because I actually called the companies that build those machines, and they said like 250,000 euros, 300,000. It's like so much you can't even pronounce it. So it was like a fortune, you know, and it has like 10 square cubes of space within. Mine, it's like 3 meter long, 1.6 meter wide, and it's like 180 centimeters like tall, something like that, and it's like a circular shape, because I wanted to be like really smart, to be like energy efficient or like cost efficient, but it kind of backfired me. I will show you like the heater itself, but even with the insulation I made things totally different. That what part was easier for me, like the chamber itself, because I finished the architecture and like drawing it, and like, you know, like the engineering, it's like easier. I have no idea about electricity, but that part I kinda nailed it. It's not beautiful because I wore that first time in my life, and everything that could go bad it went bad, but the structural part, it will be like really great, and I will show you. And even if you're not like interested about like electricity, because you can tell I'm not like the biggest fan of that either, and I have no idea, and probably after this project I won't even touch cables for like maybe half a year or like a year. But for me it's like fascinating, how can somebody that has absolutely no idea about something achieve it with AI and the help of like a 16-17-year-old kid, like literally, you know. And you can do it, and you don't have to like cry like, oh, just the rich can do it and I don't have the money. You just have to do it yourself, or like you do your research, because I didn't think about this for like months and years. It was literally like we finished like in 2-3 weeks, something like that. Because the kid had the exams and I had to wait after him, but you can tell it's like a school project, and it's hilarious, you know. And in the videos that will follow, I will speak about like sustainable architecture and like sustainable furnitures, because I think in the market it's like a huge gap, because nobody is using like huge furniture like from massive wood. Probably you know like the epoxy tables, but they cost like a fortune, like $20,000-$30,000, like a huge epoxy table. And I think there's like a better and way more efficient way to build them, you know, to have like the same results, maybe even better. And we will showcase you how to, not necessarily how to build, but the things we do and how we look differently on things. So if you're interested to watch a series about how to do things like really differently than it was before, I think Maverick Mentions will be like a good choice for you. So that was today's video, and hopefully you like the thing that I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but it works. At one point, like my father and my father's friends see me like welding the first time, you can imagine it was like as horrible it can be, and they said, hey, Jort can weld, but that's not bothering him at all. So that's what I did here. I have no idea about electricity and I'm not bothered, and I'm not necessarily proud what I did, but I want to motivate you guys to don't cry, just step on the thing that you want to move forward, and you have the chance. Because if I could do that for like a few $100, you know, like literally not even thousands of euros, like the electricity part, you can tell, look, it looks like really bad. and it costs like pennies. I'm not sure, I don't want to lie to you, but I don't think I've spent more than like $150 here, you know. And for that electricity, like the part, they ask you like a lot of money. And one more thing, you said, yeah, but you don't know the programming part, and you don't know at what temperature, what happens with that wood when you need moisture and this and that. Yeah, but if you do your research and you ask, like, I don't want to say you rely 100% on like ChatGPT, but it's like a good standpoint, and it will like bring you up this, it will help you like with sequencing what you do at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, when to shut down, when to shut not down the things. And when you have like a new technology, probably, I don't think you should rely on it. I think you shouldn't rely on AI, but I think it's like a good starting point, and we do that. So it helped me to learn about the thermally modifying wood. It will give the wood superpowers because it won't rot so easily. It will resist like the bugs. It will have like a lot of good things compared to like normal wood or like kiln dried wood. You can use it near the pool, you can use it in the saunas even better, but like in the pool, you know, you can use it for decking, and it will be like way better choice. However, the technology is new, and you don't wait like 10 or 20 years to like get better. If you just learn first like a big draft, you know, like how it should work from AI, and afterwards, you know, what questions you should ask in a verified source. Let's say that like that. And I did that for like a few weeks or like a few months maybe, like not like a 24-hour project, but I think I did a great job here, and I want to motivate you guys to do that in your niche, in your own niche, whatever you're in, you know. You just don't fall victim. You just say, hey, I like that, it's a technology, let's use it and let's apply. And I want to motivate you, not because I'm a motivator. With that work, it's it's not a motivational work, it's like a demotivational work, but you see where I want to go, because it's a good idea. So that was today's video, and subscribe if you want to see more and you want to see how to actually do things like literally, and you can tell I'm not wanting to try bigger than I am, because I'm not. I just want to show you, like, with beginner's luck, how can you compete with even with the biggest ones that have like literally like hundreds of thousands of dollars or like $1 million budgets, and you can beat them if you do your homework, you know. And it doesn't need to be really hard, it has to be smart, and you need to work a bit, but it will eventually pay off. Oh, sorry, I didn't even know where I'm with the camera. So look, it's total disaster, but that's it for today's video. And again, hopefully I see you in the next video.